It's like the one good thing about social media, it allows us to publicly share things that the media will not share. Publicly share things that the media will not share, like your health. Do you know, everybody's like, oh my God, they got a cure for AIDS. Of course they would have a cure for AIDS. They made HIV. But now it's come to a head that has hurt more white men and women than it has black people. More white men and women have caught HIV in Europe and San Francisco and Boston, Massachusetts, and in Atlanta, Georgia, than anybody else in the world, because these are the gay capitals of the world. That's right. Where the Boston Marathon was at, the gay capital. Even Philly's kind of funny. California, San Diego, where the bridge is, New York, and Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. These are the gay capitals. A lot of y'all don't know this, but they are. It allows you to pass over the care and thought process. Sometimes when I look at social media, I don't get upset, I get disappointed, and there's some of the comments that white people say. And there's a difference between Caucasians and white people and white folks. White folks consider themselves human beings. Caucasians, they don't know what the fuck they are. And white people are all about white pride and white power. Why? Because the people that are actually doing white pride and white power are trying to kill your ass too. Just like they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill you too. You're not important. If you're not financially structured over the millions and billions, you are a nigga as well. So don't get it fucked up. But when you show videos of a cop, like this white police officer that just got through beating up on this woman, and then, you know, they got a news broadcast and they interviewed her. And the white people on there is like, look how they cleaned her up to make it look like she wasn't doing anything wrong. Let me tell you this real quick, Holmes. When you look at the video, you look at the picture, you look at the still, the woman has no weapons. She has no gun, no knife, no stick, no bat, no Wolverine claw. She has no weapons. She's wearing a boot with a skirt and a tank top with her purse. She's damn near home. Now, after what she's watched, if you're black or melanated African, you have a certain fear of the cops, depending on your structure or not. Because cops will shoot and kill you. Or they will put you in prison for no fucking reason. White people have never walked this path before, so they don't know any goddamn thing. They just don't know. But the white dude was like, look how they cleaned her up. And this fat little V6 driving, working on foreign tuning cars, is a pathetic use for an excuse for a human being. Like I said, whenever you post something, I look at your photos, I check you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So look how they cleaned her up. I'm thinking to myself, if there's no weapons there, why does a cop have to pummel her like the MMA? Like he's in the UFC? What type of man has to beat a woman like that? Y'all talk about men standing over a woman and smacking her, or a woman up in his face and they punching her, kicking her, smacking her. But when a man achieves full mount, he sits on top of a woman and starts beating in her face. Is that necessary? What's he trying to do? What is he trying to accomplish? What is he trying to achieve? And the fact that he ain't knocked the bitch out after 6 blows shows he's a bitch too. You understand what I'm saying? But when white folks get on social media, you take that same post and you show a white woman get beat by the cop. And you're like, oh my God, what the fuck did she do? Well, she was in a gay parade talking about HIV awareness and she spit in the cop's face. Now, it remains to be seen if HIV can get carried through saliva. But when you are a positive HIV girl and you're at a gay parade talking about HIV awareness and the cop tells you to move on and you decide as a white woman to spit in this white man's face and he decides to destroy you like Buster Douglas, Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, don't get upset. Now, I understand why he beat her ass, but it's kind of stupid because if he draw blood, he definitely gonna catch HIV. But I can understand why he was punching her ass because she was an HIV positive person and spit in his face. That was silly. But the woman that was trying to get away from the cop in some high heel boots running was like, what is he doing? What is he doing? And he decides to pummel her. That remains to be seen. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the type of energy on social media that is passed around. Another thing you gotta look at. There are, believe it or not, armed, watch how I say this, because I'm for it, not against it. There are 6 to 7 groups of 7 armed men. Latino, American African, Caucasian males. in a group, all different routes and groups of people from different surroundings, different backgrounds, all walking together with assault rifles. And what are they doing? They're patrolling Detroit and St. Louis. And you're like, oh man, see, there we go. No. Understand this. They're patrolling Detroit. I hate this fucking turn. Y'all probably know I want this turn every time when I record. They're patrolling Detroit and St. Louis, not for blacks and not for American Africans, but for police. Oh, the times have changed. And I think the main reason why there's 3 or 4 white guys in the group is so the police can't fucking really do anything as far as jurisdiction, as far as when taking them to court. Because they have every right to walk around with assault rifle. A lot of y'all don't know that. You have every right to walk around with a shotgun on your back. You have a right to walk around open carry and carrying an arm. Not particularly a handgun, concealed, but an open rifle, shotgun, assault rifle. Yeah, you sure do. You sure fucking can. You can walk around with that bitch on your back. As long as it's legally yours. Better check the law. But they're walking around patrolling the cities with assault rifles. About 2 brothers in there and a Hispanic and an Asian dude. And there's a lot of these groups. And what are they doing? Because they're tired of robust police and cops making white men and women look bad. They're making white men and women look like racists. And not all white men and women are like that. A lot of white men and women have good friends that are of different cultures and different social groups and races and stuff like that. You know, a lot of white men and women have some good friends that are not the same color as them. And they're tired of the fucking police building a race war that does not exist. A race war that doesn't exist. What is simply going on is a bunch of scared ass guys who call themselves cops, not policemen, who call themselves cops. And they wanted to overcome their fear of blacks and crime with a gun and a badge. That's what they out there for. I want to see if I can get me a confirmed kill so I can really get an erection and be a man. Because they're lacking in certain things. They probably got a small dick, never slept with nobody, got their ass kicked a lot in school, was picked on a lot, and they promised themselves after drinking protein and doing curls that they motherfucking ass won't get picked on no more. These are the cops. Then you got niggas doing the same exact thing. Niggas tatted up. They not, look, this is the thing. Nigga, how you gonna grow weed in your house and you don't grow groceries? You don't grow vegetables. How you gonna grow weed and you don't grow groceries and vegetables? That shit make, ooh, shit. That shit don't make no sense to me. That's some silly shit. How you gonna grow weed, hashish, all this shit in these little houses, these hot houses that they raid all the time? I would like to see somebody just grow tomatoes and green beans and shit in their house, and the cops come and raid shit. Where's the weed? Motherfucker, this nigga got vegetables. It could be funny, man. But think about this. If you are, and maybe that's how you pay your bills. I don't know. If that's how you pay your bills, so be it. But if you are growing groceries, you know what? You can sell tomatoes, string beans, you pay your bills, and you can still find one of your homeboys, he grows the weed and the rest of y'all grow vegetables. He was like, he always on the vegetable kit. Yeah, because if you want to make it, you gotta eat. Can't eat weed. I mean, you can in a brownie, but not for nutritional need. You can't eat it. You can only smoke it, toke it, whatever you're gonna do, smash it, throw it. Man, I'm telling you, we have a building process we need to do. The rites of passage for young men and young women. That needs to happen again. I mean, you gotta be able to eat, man. You gotta be able to eat. You don't eat, you ain't gonna live. So, you ever had this feeling that you know what's wrong, but you can't fix it either because of the plateau that you're on, doesn't receive enough people, or there's always time, but it's just no one wants to listen because everybody wants to do what they want to do for now. We need to fix our situation, and then we can do what we need to do. We need more plumbers, we need more electricians, we need more engineers, we need more guys in carpentry and construction. That's the first thing we need. Then after that, we need a political power. And when I mean political power, everybody thinks we made it because Barack Obama's in office. He's not. That's not political power that I'm talking about our business of being able to put governors and senators in our pocket. And then once we get the governors and senators in our pocket, guess who we can put in our pocket next? The president. And now we can change the laws to fit our favor. That says, okay, foreigners cannot bring their stores in my neighborhood and sell goods. You ever wonder why they can do it so easy? Because they come with a political power. And not to mention, they're tax-free, selling goods to you. Some of them are. Most of them, like the ones that sell gas stations, like have gas stations out front. This is why the police patrol those places. The reason why they patrol those places is because that's taxes for the city. That gas is taxed. Some of those goods like ABC, the liquors, the cheap wines and liquors and booze they sell and beer they sell, that's all taxable goods. The cigarettes, all taxable goods. Even the food, taxable goods. So the police are going to protect that asset because that pays for the state pays for the police. You understand? So when you're hanging around a Piggly Wiggly with your triple fat goose on, smoking weed, trying to buy some cigarillos so you can smoke weed, and you're out late at night, you have no foundation as a young man. You have no purpose, no direction, nowhere to go. You understand, and you must understand why this shit in St. Louis is going on. This is why our young boys are getting shot. Not all of them. A lot of them are special cases, you know, and they bring it to light because what they want. They want a race war. If somebody attacks America, they're going to attack America with America's permission. Trust me. America's never been invaded. But if America does get invaded, let's say by the Russians that are here right now, they're going to attack the projects. They're going to attack the hood. That's where all the fire's going to start. That's where all the death's going to happen. That's where all the mayhem is. Why? Because you get rid of a large population of American African people. And then America's happy again. I'm telling you. You get rid of a large population of American African people. Why do you think they concentrate so much on giving you dumb musicians? I wouldn't call them musicians, rappers, and you know, people that are stupid. Why do you think we always got the worst roles in movies? Where you can't play this promising role, but you can play a slave that's been freed. You know, let's keep reminding you of that shit. You know what I mean? And then what gets me is all these PETA videos. These PETA videos that they show. Like, oh my God, look how they're slaughtering the pigs, and look how they're slaughtering the little poor calf and cattle, and look what they're doing, man. Motherfucking Asians are chopping up dogs every fucking day. Y'all ain't saying nothing about them. I think the only person that's lucky is I ain't seen nobody eat cat yet. But this is the thing. They talk about how the pigs and the cows are treated. Just 173 years ago, y'all did my ancestors like that. You would force them to mate, inseminate the women. Yes, inseminate. Where do you think a turkey baster came from? It wasn't always called a turkey baster. Y'all need to look up the history where a turkey baster came from. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Those women used to go and take semen from black men just to put it in another woman. It wasn't always sexual when they was having babies. No, they wanted to make sure that their slaves were en route. That, how can you say, their first stop, their marketing material, their slaves, their inventory was en route. 9 months, I should have a new nigga here to pick my fields. Y'all really need to look up where a turkey baster came from. What was its purpose? I mean, a ladle and a spoon can baste a turkey. Why do you need a long ass injector? Why do y'all don't know some of these inventions in the kitchen started off in the medical, and then they decided they ain't gonna do it no more. So the so-called inhumane. But yeah, they do cows and chickens and all this shit to them, and now they done switched it from African Americans to goddamn poultry and cow and pigs, and now everybody wants to say something like, oh my God, that is so fucked up. Hey, to people in the PETA organization, think about what your objective is. Think about what you're fighting against. Think about what you're really doing. And say to yourself, does it make any sense what I'm fighting for? When people are getting done like this, we are still allowing people to ship women in connexes across an 8 to 9 week voyage across the ocean. In connexes. And it's probably down to 5 or 4 weeks now. Probably 3 to 4 weeks now. Shipping young teenage girls with no ID, no identification, no capability to take care of themselves across the ocean for sex. For whatever. And no black people own that shit. These are all white, endorsed things. Whether it be Caucasian, whatever you want to call it. Those are the people who got the money to do it, and they know what's going on. So when you talk about what's going on with the chickens and the pigs and the cows, I really don't give a fuck. I don't eat meat in the first fucking place. But I don't give a fuck for that reason. You understand that? I don't. Because thousands and thousands of people, human beings were done that way. So, feel the need not to post no motherfucking shit about cow, chicken, and fish on my shit. I give a fuck. I mean, a lot of y'all shouldn't give a fuck neither. You know, they just put shit out there like Robin Williams did. They put shit out there to keep you distracted from what's really going on. Robin Williams' death, cow and chickens getting killed, so you don't pay attention to the St. Louis shit that's going on. You don't pay attention that there's white men and women walking around the hood protecting black people with assault rifles against the cops. They don't want you to see that. because that's going to change the vibe of how America is. I think I said a little bit too much. Peace.